Well, Mason was smart. He was wise. I thought, not my kid. He's got this. He's okay. And I was that parent who had all of the protections turned on. He didn't have very many social media apps. We had the hard conversations. I checked his devices regularly. I thought I was ahead of it, and I wasn't.
Joann Bogard's 15-year-old son, Mason, died after wrapping a belt around his neck, trying to mimic the choking challenge he saw on YouTube, his mother says. He was an avid fisherman who loved the outdoors. He had friends. He remained a loving kid even as a teen, hugging his parents before he went to bed.
May 1st, 2019 started as a normal day for us with school and work and dinner. It was that evening. Mason was going to go upstairs and take a shower, and he gave his dad his typical hug, and he called down the stairs to me, "I love you, Mama," and I said, "I love you too, buddy," and those were our last words. A few minutes later, we heard a strange noise upstairs, and my husband went to check on him, and he found Mason not breathing, no heartbeat, with a belt around his neck. Obviously, we had no idea what had happened.
Mason is one of more than 1,300 kids who have died doing the choking challenge, according to the nonprofit advocacy group Eric's Cause, which monitors such deaths and lobbies for greater control of social media posts. The challenge's goal is to achieve a natural high by cutting off air to the brain, passing out, and coming to. Statistics are hard to come by, health experts say, because such deaths are often misdiagnosed as suicides. Joann Bogard now lobbies Congress and social media giants to block dangerous and deadly content from teens and younger children.
Let me ask you this. There's families of victims here today. Have you apologized to victims? Would you like to do so now? They're here, you're on national television. Would you like now to apologize to the victims who have been harmed or crushed? Show them the picture. Would you like to apologize for what you've done to these good people?
Well, at the Senate hearing last year, I was in that front row and with other parents, and the room was filled with parents holding pictures of their children who had died from something that was fed to them on social media. That apology did not mean anything to me. No, I didn't feel like it was sincere.
Social media companies, including YouTube, Meta, and TikTok, say they have updated their guidelines to bar posts promoting dangerous challenges and offer parental controls for the accounts of children and teens. Mason was on life support for 2 weeks before his family made the heartbreaking decision to let him go. They donated their boy's organs so others could live.
We knew that's what he would have wanted. He was just such a generous soul.
The choking dare goes back decades, as this report from 2007 shows.
It's called the choking game, or 5 Minutes in Heaven. It's a dangerous teen trend where adolescents literally choke each other to get a brief high. Parents Brian and Melanie O'Connor first learned about the choking game too late from a nurse in the emergency room.
She said, "Could he have been playing the game?" And I said, what game? And she said, the game, the choking game.
Fast forward 14 years. Peer pressure now thrives on social media, available anytime, anywhere, with just a click.
So what we're finding is that most kids in the United States and in many other countries are using social media, various different kinds of social media platforms. And where it used to be that a peer network and peer pressure used to operate really at the school or neighborhood level, but it also can be a challenge when dangerous content goes through social media and becomes trending. Parents need to be aware that the choking challenge and other types of challenges that involve really violent behavior and sometimes self-directed behavior is out there, and that kids are attracted to it because it's developmentally normative for them to be engaging in these types of dangerous activities. There is a responsibility of social media companies to do what they can to keep kids safe online, and that involves content moderation. It involves, ensuring that adolescents are not exploited online.
And that is exactly what Joann Bogard wants.
I've learned to dance with grief. The that's how I've survived. And one day it might be something, I get out of bed and I don't remember, I forget for a second that he's gone. And then as soon as my feet hit the floor, I remember there are days I want to give up. There are days I want to quit and I can't see a light. So I keep going, but prayer helps a lot. Praying for strength, praying for longevity, because this is not an easy task. I want to see it through to honor Mason.
This is Inside Edition Digital.